Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Felice and this is Yoga Journeys with Felice. We have been journeying up the chakra, starting with the root chakra, the sacral chakra, the solar chakra, and today we are on the heart chakra. The color associated with the heart chakra is green or pink, and it is associated with the element of air. We're going to be offering two different mudras today. One is going to be the Lotus Mudra, which looks like this. Thumbs together, pinkies together, and then the lotus is our three fingers coming up on either hand. The lotus flower grows out of mud and muck, and it symbolizes the purity of heart and soul that we can survive and grow to our highest self through all this mud and suffering and turmoil and ups and downs that we go through in life. And then the second mudra is Anjali Mudra, which is just prayer hands at heart center. And this will give a sense of gratitude. We're also going to be using some affirmations, which I will start once we go into our meditation, which we will do first, as we've been doing throughout this series. So I am seated in an easy cross-legged seat and on a cushion, which works with my body. You can be seated on the ground, you could be seated on a chair, you can be sitting on some blocks or books or other types of props that will lift you up the ground. It's just a little more comfortable for our hips. I do recommend having two blocks today, or books, or a bolster, anything that you can use. We will be doing supported fish at the end of our yoga session today. So all of the poses we're going to work on today is going to open up our heart center. So you can go ahead and get comfortable and close down your eyes if that's what you would like to do today. And you can choose whichever mudra feels right. So we have, again, the Lotus Mudra, which you can hold at heart center, or you can just do Anjali Mudra, palms in prayer at heart central. So go ahead and pick the mudra of your choice and get settled, closing your eyes, making sure those sits bones are rooted down to the earth. You're extending up through your spine, all the way up through the crown of your head, which is reaching towards the sky. And go ahead and just feel the breath as it goes in and out. Coming into your practice today, you might want to bring your attention to that heart center. And you can imagine a swirling green light here, or a swirling pink light. And just go ahead and breathe into your heart center, both front and back, connecting now with your heart chakra. You can feel that breath coming into your body, filling up from the bottom of your belly, your ribs, finally up into your chest. And then when you release, you feel it releasing from your chest, your ribs, and your belly. I love myself and who I am. I love myself and who I am. All past hurts I release into the hands of love. All past hurts I release into the hands of love. I deserve love. I deserve love. And take a few more moments here, breathing into your heart chakra, visualizing the light as it swirls, as it opens up your heart center from front to back and side to side. And maybe that light comes shining out, enveloping you in a lovely green or pink light, and then shining out and sending it out to anybody you want today, friends or family, community, a country. We can always send this love and light to anybody, anywhere, at any time. And then today we're going to move from our meditation right into hands and knees for our cat-cow. And just move our props out of the way. So you come down into all fours. Elbows over wrists, shoulders over elbows. Your toes can be tucked or they can be flat to the floor. And we're just going to breathe as we look up and arch that back, breathing in. And breathe out as you round. And take it in. Shining that heart forward. And releasing that breath as you round and open up the back of your heart space, the back, the shoulder area. Take that a few more times at your own speed, whatever's feeling good for you today. You might want to take it slow. You might want to bring more energy into it. And this is your practice. So find what works for you. And when you're ready, we're just going to go ahead and tuck those toes and push ourselves up into a downward dog. Just for a moment to pedal out the feet. Stretching into those calves. Your hamstrings all the way into your glutes. We're looking towards our feet, our knees, our chest, and we're really stretching out that back. And then we're just going to bring ourselves forward, drop our knees back down, and we're going to move into our puppy pose. A puppy pose, you're going to walk your hands out about 6 inches, and keeping your hips in line with your knees, you're just going to drop your chest, your chin, your forehead down to the floor. And maybe your forehead reaches the floor, maybe your chin reaches the floor, and maybe you want to put a block underneath. And here we're just really stretching and feeling into that heart chakra, both the front of our heart chakra and the back. And go ahead and take some nice deep breaths here, about 3 to 5 deep breaths, feeling it out. Inhale through the nose And exhale through the nose. And go ahead and take that last breath before pushing yourself back up into your all fours. And once again, we're going to tuck those toes if they're not tucked already and push up into that downward dog. Again, here, maybe you want to pedal the feet. Maybe you want to rock your hips from side to side. When you're feeling good, go ahead and hold in stillness and take one long, deep breath here. And release. And we're going to go ahead and look forward towards our hands, and we're going to step, walk, or jump to the front of our mat, and we're going to meet in forward fold. You might want to have your knees bent. You might want them straight to get more into the hamstrings. Just feel how your body is today. Every day is going to be different. No judgment there. That's just life. One more breath in here before we breathe in into our halfway lift. Hands on shins, on thighs, or on the floor. And then back down to that forward fold before we roll it up. Coming up, hands meeting overhead, either in your Anjali prayer pose or in Lotus Mudra. Looking up towards those hands. Oh, I just got a really good crack there. And then we're going to bring those hands down and cactus back into a mini back bend. Reach those hands back up to the sky before we float those hands back down to the floor to our forward fold. And breathe in, lift up, halfway lift. Hands come down to plant on the floor. And we're going to step back one foot and then the other. And we're going to hold in our plank pose just for a moment before we drop our knees. Bring our body all the way down to the floor. Hands are alongside our chest. And we're going to push up into our cobra pose. You might be low, you might be high. And again, we're going to close our eyes down if that works for you. And visualize that light in our heart chakra, glowing, filling our body, giving ourselves love. And then if you want, you can project that light out to whomever you want. And then when you're ready, we're just going to push back, tuck those toes, and push up into our downward dog. Take one breath here. And release. Before you once again look towards your hands, step, walk, or jump up to the front of the mat. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Before we round it all the way up. Again, hands are coming up overhead, either in Anjali Mudra or Lotus Mudra. And then we're going to take that mini back bend by cactusing our arms back, looking up to that sky, radiating love and light. Take a deep breath here before bringing those hands back up overhead and diving all the way back down to the floor forward fold. Inhale for our halfway lift. Exhale, hands to the floor, stepping back into that plank, dropping those knees, coming all the way down to the floor and pushing up into our cobra pose. Take a couple of nice deep breaths here. And remember, relax your lower body. Relax anything that does not need to be tight, to be activated. All the muscles that you're not using. Send that green light from your heart chakra and let them release and relax. I deserve love. And from here, we're just going to push back into our child's pose just for a moment. We've done a couple of back bends. We want to give our body a little bit of a rebound. Just an active child's pose, stretching our spine in a different way. Before we look to our hands, tuck those toes and push back up into a downward dog. And from here, we're going to bring our left foot in and we're going to lift our right leg up into our three-legged dog. Hold it for just a moment. One breath before we pull that knee up and through. And we're going to come into our low lunge. And here you have a couple of options. You can grab your blocks and bring the floor up to meet your hands. You can even drop your knee down if you would like to stay here. Or you can come all the way up into that lunge, hands on your thighs. And if you want to come into the full expression of the pose, we're just going to bring those arms up overhead. Again, into your prayer or Lotus Mudra. And slowly look up towards the sky. Little back bend, opening up the heart chakra. And take one deep breath here. And release before bringing those hands all the way down to the floor. We're going to step that front leg back, meet our left leg, and just go ahead and pedal it out here in downward dog. Feeling into your body, feeling into what you might need here. And we're going to do that on the other side. So our right foot comes in, our left leg comes up into that three-legged dog. And we're going to pull that knee into our chest, stepping it all the way up and through. And you might need to help it. I need to help it a little bit. My left side is a little bit wonkier than my right. And again, use your blocks if you want. Find the low lunge that works for you. You might be down on your knee. You might stay here on those blocks. Or you might come up, hands on your thigh. And you can always bring those arms up and over. Coming into your mudra of choice, looking up to the sky. And breathe one nice deep breath in through the nose and out before floating those arms back down to the floor, framing that foot. And we're going to bring that front leg back to meet your right. And again, feel it out in downward dog. Take 2 deep breaths here. before you drop those knees down and come into all fours here. And we're going to bring ourselves all the way down to the floor on our bellies. We are going to do a heart opener on the floor called locust pose. Some of you may be familiar with this. Again, there's a couple of different options. So we'll just go ahead, come all the way down on our bellies. Our feet are out about hip width apart. Our arms are going to come to our sides. Palms can be up. And from here, we're going to lift our legs and our feet off the floor. And you can stay here, or you can go ahead and lift up into full locust, bringing your hands out behind you. And then just holding this gorgeous heart opener. Really opening into the abdominals, your ribs, into your chest. And then slowly drop it back down. And you might want to just bring your arms, your hands up as a slight pillow. You can rest on one side or the other. Just go ahead and rock your hips. Just a little bit of a rebound here. Now this time, you can either do locust again, if that is what you're craving, or we're going to move into our full bow pose. So if you want to do bow, you're going to bend both your knees. You're going to take your arms back and reach a hold of those ankles, one on either side. And then when you're ready, you're going to push those thighs off the floor, pushing your feet towards the ceiling and lifting your upper body off. And again, you might feel a really big stretch in your torso, feeling it in your ribs and your chest cavity. And just breathe here. I deserve love. And when you're ready, just go ahead and slowly drop it back down. And again, you can go ahead and pillow those arms. Maybe take your head to the other side this time as you relax. Roll those hips from side to side. Feel the changes that you've made so far in your body. And we're going to push back into a nice child's pose. Stretching our spine in a little different way, the opposite direction. Go ahead and take the child's pose of your choosing, whether it's wide leg or if your knees are closer together. Just give yourself 2 to 3 breaths here. And now we're going to roll over onto our back. Take your time. And we are going to end with our supported fish pose. This is a really lovely pose for opening the chest passively. You can do fish unsupported, but I really like it as a precursor to Shavasana. Sometimes I do it when I come home from work after being hunched over on the computer or on my phone, and it really helps open you back up again. So for this, you're going to have your blocks or whatever props you're choosing to use today. And we're going to set one lengthwise on the mat. And we're going to lay on that. And I put it kind of right in the middle of your spine. So when you lay down, your head is going to come off it. And the crown of your head will come to the mat. If that's not comfortable for your neck, that's what your second block is for, is to put underneath your head. So you still have that nice chest opening, but your head is not hanging back, which is just a little kinder on your neck. Once you're in the position you're choosing to be in today, you can go ahead and you can have your knees up. You can have your knees out in a typical Shavasana style, or you can even bring your feet together and drop your knees to side in Supta Baddha Konasana, or lying butterfly pose. So you pick the one you want today. Your arms can go out to the side. They can just be alongside your body, or they can even come up overhead depending on the opening that your chest has today. And then we're just going to rest here for about 5 to 10 deep breaths, stretching into that heart chakra, letting that love shine. Maybe you're visualizing here again the swirling colors, green or pink. Dropping down in. And then you can just go ahead and bring your feet up, knees bent. Go ahead and roll to one side or the other, and just kind of move your blocks out of the way. And you're going to come down into your regular Shavasana. Your legs are extended out. Your arms are along your side. And go ahead and close your eyes down. Drop into you. I love myself and who I am. All past hurts I release into the hands of love. I deserve love. We'll do guided body scan in your Shavasana today. So focus on those toes. Gently release any tension you're holding there. Maybe they start to feel tingly and warm. And then bring your attention to the foot, the top of the foot, and the bottom of the foot, your heel, your ankle, into your calves and your shins. Breathing into those areas, releasing any tightness that may still remain. Into those knees, and the back of the knees, your quadriceps and your hamstrings, your glute muscles and your hip flexors. Releasing any tension that may be stored here. Your belly, your ribs, your side body, moving up into that chest to your heart center. Your fingers, the palms of your hands and the back of your hands, your wrists, your forearms, your elbow, your upper arms, your shoulders, your lower back and your upper back, up into your neck, and your throat. Release your jaw, let your teeth fall apart. Release your tongue from the roof of your mouth. Your cheeks, your temples, the back of your head. Let your eyes drop into the sockets. Release any tension you're holding in your forehead and the crown of your head. And then bring your attention to your root chakra. And then your sacral chakra, your solar plexus. Feeling the love and light swirling in all your lower chakras. Your heart chakra, which is the bridge between our lower, more physical chakras and our upper chakras. Again, see that green light and send it out into your body, embracing yourself with love. And if it's calling to you, you send that love out to anyone you like. Any person, place, or thing, community, country. You can send it to the trees and the plants. And take a couple of deep breaths here. Feeling your body alive with love and light and peace. When you're ready, you can roll onto your favorite side, into your fetal position, keeping your eyes closed. Slowly push yourself up into your easy seat. And once you're there, we'll again bring those hands into the mudra of your choice. Anjali Mudra, hands in prayer at the heart, or Lotus Mudra. Thank yourself for coming to the mat today. I thank you for sharing your time with me. I hope that you have felt a lot of love for yourself in this practice, and I hope you return for our next practice, which will be our throat chakra. So all my love to you. Namaste. Thank you for being here, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button and that thumbs up button. Thank you, everybody. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.